Yeah, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're live with Just the Tip. I'm Josh.
And I'm playing Tetris, but my name is King Benjamin Cage.
And he is actually playing Tetris. I can see it over here. So
future streams, I'm going to be doing a little, playing some games to get some, time slotted on our streams. Get a little more viewership, build a bigger audience, but it's a test run. I have the Nintendo hooked up. I'm playing some OG Tetris, and but no, let's get on topic. Let's do it.
With that being said, guys, I'm kind of excited to see that too. So King will be doing a little bit of his own streaming with these games, and it's pretty funny when you hear us say ridiculous shit, so join us for that too. But we're going to jump right into our show. We're going to talk about a couple different things, and we're going to pull some stuff up on screen so you can see it. But we're going to jump right into the first thing that I actually woke up to this morning from a work email.
A boner?
Well, that's what I woke up with. Not
oh, shit. Well, I mean, you probably were like, well, shit, where'd that come from?
Well, hey, this from the internet.
With and to.
All right, guys, we are talking about the global IT issue, not Morningwood. So, with that being said, we're going to switch over our screen so you can see it.
Yeah, that sounds like impotence, not, Who the fuck is calling me? All right.
That is the creator of Tetris saying you have had copyright infringement for saying Tetris. But guys, jumping right into this, if you have followed this at all or seen it, there's a lot of things that have come from this global IT issue that Microsoft put out and said a few different things about. And when I saw it this morning in my corporate email, I assumed that it was actually my company. I didn't know global. When I read global, I was thinking it's my entire company is having an issue, not an actual another Y2K type little thing where everybody is being affected. And from everything from bank closures in Pennsylvania, I know about those because several of my businesses were unable to use the banks, to even, like right on screen, says affected by flights. You read a little bit into this too, didn't you?
Very surface level. I was just kind of like, well, what are we gonna do if somebody hits us with an EMP, or maybe this is a dry run for an EMP, or maybe it's just a glitch, something that happened.
Yep.
I don't know. But it shows us how dependent we are of.
That's actually the biggest and most concerning thing here is it's something that's on a computer, so something that we put in place in infrastructure. It's not a real part, and when I say real, yes, it exists, but it's not a real part of life. This isn't something that ended up having a need to sustain. It's just that's the way our nation has come, and it shows you just how crazy things can be affected from timing, from anything that goes wrong in a computer seems to affect the rest of the world. And where my head went when I saw this was, this almost made me think of how we've digitized money too. And what happens when that button gets flipped and then all of a sudden your bank account you don't have access to.
That, or it just doesn't exist anymore. Yeah, like it would be, that's why I'm like I've always been reluctant of banks. One, because you have your own debit card, and if you go to the wrong machine, you get charged to take your own money out, and that's how they make their money.
Yeah.
But no, the electronic part of it all being like somebody can go in there or hack, or there could be anything, and then you have no access to your own money. So keeping things such as, I hate to sound like a doomer and gloomer, but like necessities that you need that would eventually be currency, being able to grow your own food, or having your own ammunition. Because at the end of the day, if everything went sideways and you didn't have access to your money, sadly, currency would probably come down to ammunition.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have it, you're working for somebody that does have it, or you know what I mean?
Or working to take it, and if you don't have it.
Right, and at that point, that's some, I don't know, some Walking Dead, like zombie survival shit, but in all honesty, that's how you're going to go get your food, is the ammunition. And probably defend yourself if things went sideways, when people are just like, they have nothing else and they're coming for your shit because they have nothing else. worst case scenario. But no, it's a lot of people that are younger than us that have no idea what it's like to be without electronics or that modem when it fired up when the internet first started, being a thing. They're very dependent, very, very dependent.
So, I know I've seen that with my own kids too. When we think about power outages and stuff, no clue what to do. Hey, the internet's not working. Well, no kidding.
Yeah.
The power's out.
Yeah.
What are we supposed to do?
Yeah, I mean...
Not that.
That's why I got toys. Anything ever breaks down, I can play with my toys.
Yep. Yep. There's a couple of them around here, too, guys, if you take a look.
Just a few. Just a few.
Just a couple. So the next topic we want to jump into is a little bit of the happenings that occurred earlier this week, or late last week, rather. The attempted Trump assassination. It has almost become trendy to some of his followers.
Imagine that.
When we say that,
the new N95 for MAGA people.
Nice.
Yeah.
Check it out. And these people, what does he have? Is that like a peanut bag?
Looks like a fucking used tampon. He's wearing it on his ear. I might do that today. I don't know. Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah. Sure. Here we are helping others put it on, and here's a coup de grace where we got all 6 of them, including this guy with a KFC bucket on his head.
You know what? If you guys are really that diehard, go and get top part of your ear cauterized in support of your homie Orange Cheeto Jesus, and do that.
Wow. This is mind blowing when you look at it. Just how we randomly, as people, sheeple, are literally just ready to jump on something and stand behind something because it feels like you have meaning then.
That's what also kind of makes a lot of people think that this might be manufactured, and I'm not saying it is. But look like we went from Hawktua to this, but everything is very, very trendy. But this has really galvanized his position as the next president of the United States in a lot of people's eyes because of this. So I would like to transition from this ear thing to something I didn't even bring up, but it says that Biden's not going to be on the Democratic ticket, and it's crunch time. Who will they throw in there?
Where did you just see that?
It popped off yesterday. I believe somebody from Newsmax. Somebody from Newsmax broke a story where he's going to not be the Democratic nominee, and he's not endorsing Kamala Harris. I had any guesses as to who it would be. My 2 guesses would be Gavin Newsom, the shit-ass guy from California, authoritarian communist scumbucket, or we could see Trump versus Clinton, Part 2. Huh? What do you think?
I see that.
It'd be like a WrestleMania headline.
Oh!
Speaking of WrestleMania, look at what I did. Look at that segue, dude. I'm getting too good at this.
Look at this mania coming on, right?
Oh, my goodness.
Well, let me tell you something, brother. I'm going to put a napkin on my ear and rip my shirt off. You're not American unless you cover your ears with Bounty.
Right. Stick a whole roll of Bounty on that shit.
So this one right here, actually.
Is that the one?
Mm-hmm.
The Hulkster.
All right. So let's
dude, politics is very...
Trumpamania, rule again. How great was that? Wrestler legend and former WWE champ Hulk Hogan making some noise at the RNC last night.
He's struggling with that shirt.
Guess who's on our couch? Hulk Hogan. He will not rip off his shirt, but he'll bring us inside your appearance.
How do you know he won't?
I'm pretty sure. I saw the.
He might have Fox and Friends tank top on underneath, right?
That would have been great.
Well, Hulk was a bike out there.
It was a big crack.
This is my first time really watching this too. I glanced over it
I
though.
went out there and I felt that energy, and they had a teleprompter. And I don't work off a teleprompter or a script, So actually, when I was wrestling, I'd walk out right
wow.
before the shows live. The writers would hand me like 90 pages.
He hasn't ripped a shirt in a while.
And I'd look at my boss, I go, really?
It's out of practice.
Yeah.
So they had a teleprompter.
They didn't cut the top and bottom for him like it.
Oh yeah, it's probably just a regular shirt.
And the teleprompter was there. I think I looked at it about 3 minutes after I was out there.
Wow.
But it was fun. The energy in the room was crazy. And it actually felt like a wrestling fight. I felt them rumbling, so I started pushing the gas pedal down. And the more I pushed the gas pedal down, the more they responded.
When did you come up with the idea to rip the shirt open?
Well, I was in the back, and I thought, you know what?
He should have came out with a napkin on his ear.
Pushed me over the edge.
I mean,
Doing that.
right? It would have just looked like a piece of his hair.
Yeah, it would have.
People cowards. You know, and I sat around for years and years and years and watched what was happening to our country. And when they did that to Trump, and they tried to kill him, I said, that was it.
Is that when you decided to speak?
Hold on, I'm going to pause that
I
real
said,
quick.
enough said.
Can you imagine if he was at that rally in Butler and he just came running down through the thing after he got shot in the ear? Like,
But his
I'm
original
a
music.
real American.
That's what I was
Yeah,
saying.
like, yeah, dude, that would have been money right there.
The original one just kicks off, comes running down.
What did Frank Zappa say? The politics are the entertainment division of the industry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, very WWF WWE like.
Yes. Here's what I got out of it right at the very end. This is the reason I chose to just pause that here. The thing he said was after they tried to assassinate Trump, after they did this, I was like, that's it, man. I got to do something. So, once again, like King said, we're not saying that it is a staged piece, but that's just another piece that makes it sound like it, because that would be the propaganda I used, and it sounds like it did exactly what they were trying.
And to all the people, and this is going to tie into wrestling as well. Again, I have not seen any indication that this was a work or a move or anything like that or a facade.
Yep.
But everybody goes, "Whoa, do you think he's just going to let somebody shoot his ear off?" No. You ever seen in wrestling when somebody gets hit with a chair shot or a foreign object, they go to the ground and they cover their head like they're holding their wound, and they take a razor or they take a blood pellet and they smash it on their forehead and they get up in their discussion? That wouldn't be hard to fake. Would not be hard to fake at all.
No.
And it also, like, that would be very sad to say that, like, other people actually got killed in this or critically wounded. And this man only lost like a piece of his ear allegedly. So
Well,
if that was fake, then all those other people had to, be part of the props for that to happen, to stage that. That's very fucking grim. But
you can also tell it is being utilized and used, whether this was staged or not, to get people behind.
yeah, never let.
You don't wear an N95 on your ear, because I saw the picture when it went by.
Yeah.
It's been a week, right?
No, Saturday will be a week.
So you wouldn't be to, like, because this was from, I think, 2 days ago. He still had the diaper on his ear.
Yeah. Yeah.
He didn't. I've had smaller wound bandages on much bigger wounds. That's what I mean. It seems like it's being used as propaganda, or look what happened to me.
Never let a good tragedy go to waste.
There it is.
Yeah.
It's definitely that piece. But you can tell that it is doing what the original intent was. It is getting people behind people. Now it's
getting people behind people.
Yes, that's right.
Some gay shit.
It's just, you guys have seen Human Centipede. It's just a bunch of that.
Yes. It really is, though. If you think about it, it is like, you're gonna stick your head up this person's ass, dude. That sounds so fun and trendy. I want to do that. Yeah. Oh my god, let me get behind that. Hey. And they really do. Like, look at everything. Like, this all started with the ice bucket challenge, where everybody's like, we're gonna dump ice on people and we're gonna nominate somebody, and nobody got anything from it other than like a couple laughs. But like, it was supposed to be, the pretense of the whole thing was supposed to benefit some, like a certain charity where people would donate money or whatever, but it just became a trend, and then everything else after that was very, very trendy. You did, like, it's people want to do the popular thing more than they want to do the right thing.
Yes.
And that is just very, I don't know, groupthink, hive mind, weird shit. So be a trend setter, not a trend follower.
That's right. Find your next ear diaper, and that's what people will jump on.
I'm going to wear a chin diaper.
Now, going right in tandem with... We are getting good at segueing.
Oh.
So going right in tandem with the ear diapers, we want to discuss a little bit about the Secret Service flops or fails.
I want to open off with, why do they call it the Secret Service when you know they're there? It's not a secret. It's kind of like, why do they call foul pole a foul pole and not a fair pole.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why do they call asteroids and hemorrhoids? Like, you had a roid in your ass. I mean, that would be I think they fucked that up. No,
Yeah.
actually, hemorrhoid. Yeah, I get it. I know. Just being funny there. But no, why is all the Trump supporters are coming out saying they fucked up, but your homie, Trump, is not. He's not going, you guys sucked, man. Give me a new squad. What the fuck is this? Like, I haven't heard that yet.
No.
Like, you almost lost your life.
Praised.
You lost your life. Other people did lose their life or got mortally wounded. And you're praising the team that failed you and didn't put somebody on a roof or, like, after they've been seen for throughout the day. That's utter failure. So that also is weird to me. Like, you're not calling out the people that failed you. I would be pissed as somebody who employs people in a security measure. If there was negligence or they weren't paying attention, I would be like, what are you doing? Like, what's going on here? Like, this is what you're paid to do. This is what you're showed up. This is what you're supposed to do. That's your primary objective.
Yep.
And in this case, like, you're talking about, the potential next leader of the free world. I hate that phrase. Protecting him. And, there's been so many scenarios like Dan Bongino covered, and he said, because he used to be a Secret Service guy. And how, like, if there's something like where they say they can't stand on something, but there's an open line of sight, they put up a banner to block that site.
Yeah.
They completely, like, shroud that area so that nobody can, like, get a clean shot.
You have to be from this angle, which is where we're watching.
Right, like put up a billboard, put up something that's going to obstruct the view. But there's failures on so many counts, and what's the secret? Why is he not saying anything? Why
Especially
is it
for a man who is
Yeah, why are we shh?
Especially for a man who is so vocal.
Yeah.
A man that will tell you how he feels about a situation that doesn't even need or warrant his input.
Yeah.
But when it's directly about him, that does seem...
Yeah, your life, you almost lost your life.
Correct. It was...
Potentially, or allegedly, almost lost your life if you had not had your head turned, and if it is what they say it is, and,
2 centimeters would have done it.
Yeah, like, it would have been right through your eye and out through the back,
Yep.
But also, did you see the thing about Tenacious D? No. Canceling his tour? Pull that up real quick.
Jack Black, huh?
Jack Black, a band member from Jack Black, basically alluded to saying, paraphrasing here, that, try harder next time in regards to them hitting Trump.
Ooh.
And Jack Black went and canceled his tour. And then I heard that Trump came out and said, "No, go out and finish your tour." Kind of like, he said what he said. I'm not sure if that's true or not.
Well, it's right here, so I'll read it to you guys. Tenacious D, the American comedy rock duo composed of Jack Black and Kyle Gass, has canceled the remainder of the Australian tour following a controversial comment made by Gass. So it wasn't Jack Black, but Kyle Gass said about the assassination attempt on the former U.S. President Donald Trump. The comment made during a show in Sydney sparked an outrage that led to demands for the duo's deportation from Australian Senator Ralph Babbitt. The incident resulted in the cancellation of the tour's next show in Newcastle, with concert promoter Frontier Touring announcing the postponement without providing further comment. In the statement on his Instagram, Jack Black expressed regret and disappointment, stating that he no longer feels it is appropriate to continue the tour and has put all future creative plans on hold. Black emphasizes that he does not condone hate speech or political violence, and the controversy surrounding Gass's comment has led to backlash, with some critics labeling the joke as crass and insensitive. However, others have defended the duo, arguing that the comment was intended as a harmless joke and that the reaction has been overly aggressive. As a result of the cancellation, Tenacious D's remaining tour dates in Australia and New Zealand have been scrapped, and the duo's U.S. tour, scheduled to begin in October, is now also on hold.
Yeah.
So this goes back to even what we talked about on the last stream, where you would, not saying this was in good taste, but you were able to make whatever joke in whatever saying you were allowed to do way back in the 90s. And now people are so overly concerned
Right.
about the words we say more than the actions we have or what we do. The opening piece of this thing says, Tenacious D, the American comedy rock duo.
Right. But I don't know if they're tying it into his actual political beliefs. I don't know if he has anything on the internet where he stated how he has animosity towards Trump or anything like that.
Yeah,
So
I haven't
that
seen
might
that.
be a thing. I don't know.
Neither.
I'm not delved into that far enough. But I also want to go back to when Trump was president. Was it Kathy Griffin or something like that? Or like she held up a decapitated head of Trump
Yeah.
in a picture.
Yep. Yep.
But like, there's no like what again for the past better part of a decade, the media have sat here and called for his head literally
Yeah.
and figuratively in every fucking aspect. And now when someone takes a shot at it, they're all butthurt. I mean, not so much the left, but like,
Right.
it doesn't make sense to me. Should they be doing that? No, absolutely not. But the fact that they've been doing it, and now, I don't know, it's that pendulum, I'm telling you. They were holding on to it for so long on one side. It's starting to break free, and it's going to come back and crack all these other... Cancel culture has been around forever. It's not leftists that have been doing it forever. The right has been doing it for the longest time. I remember how you used to come at like Ozzy Osbourne and all kinds of other music and stuff like that. Censorship's been a thing for fucking ever.
Yep.
So, it's just more dominant now because of the age of social media. There's so much access to everything.
Yeah, and cancel culture.
Right. Well, that's what emphasizes the camp. It's on a grander stage now, where it was before. It was just the media and some of the outlets that were there, but not everybody consumed that media.
And it also wasn't instant.
But you're right. It's right there all the time, and it's fucking force fed to you. So yeah, I don't know, man.
So there's also additional things that are happening, and I think some of Jack Black, yes, he was involved in this joke. I looked into it a little bit more. It's right up on the screen for you. But now it's just like the Johnny Depp thing, and Kyle Gass's agent has already dropped him, and the cancellation process has begun.
I heard that Trump said no, go back out and tour.
Oh, I imagine.
I don't know if that's true or not.
Very Trumpish, but
Right.
he apologizes, and that it was highly inappropriate, dangerous, and a terrible mistake. It was done as a birthday wish, is how they did it.
It was a birthday wish.
Yeah, so it actually went down as during a Tenacious D show on the 14th. Kyle Gass was presented with a cake for his 64th birthday, and Jack Black asked him to make a wish, and Gass responded, "Don't miss Trump next time."
Damn.
Yeah, so there's the context.
Wow.
We were just going by what the conversation was. That is a little bit.
Back in the day when you threatened like I remember when George Bush came to Academy, the stadium here in Erie, Pennsylvania, and they had the airport just like that was Secret Service as F. Like that shit was. They had garbage trucks, they had tanks, they had everything lined up for this dude to land.
Right.
But then you got to figure we're in the Iraq War at that time.
Yeah.
This is after 9/11. They really the security was super super ramped up. Like you couldn't get in if you had. It's so much for land of the free, but you couldn't get anywhere within 4 blocks if you had an anti-Bush sign.
Yep.
Literally,
Yeah,
you couldn't get
martial
anywhere near
law.
that. Yeah, they lock you if you were against this man or you didn't believe in what he was saying, you weren't coming nowhere near it.
Yep.
So we went from that to Butler, some hick town here
But
in
look at it. They both
Pennsylvania.
induced patriotism.
Huh?
They both induced patriotism.
I would say that they hide behind. I would say George Bush and the Bush family in general is they use that patriotic shit just to get their own.
Well, that's what
their
I'm
own
saying.
bidding.
Is
Yeah.
This act, the assassination attempt on Trump,
Yeah.
the 9/11.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's nothing like a
They're
good
using
tragedy.
as a prop or
Yep.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I can definitely see it too. Guys, that's what we had wrapped up for you for this show. We do have a TikTok too that we're going to be going live on. That is also just the tip 24 if you want to follow King on TikTok, and our shows will be live on there starting this next show that we do. Friday is our scheduled day. Usually at 12:30 to 1, we will jump on here to give you about 30 minutes of happenings that are going on. But we will be attempting to do some midweek ones and some later night shows too. That way people can join us live that might not be part of our normal audience too.
Right. Right on.
Let's take a look. And one last shameless plug because, hey guys, we spent some time on this and we're going to continue to spend some more time. Once and again, we do have our merch store up and running at streamlabs.com/justthetip2024. That will take you to this site. You can see everything that we have from the obligatory will fuck for food stamps dress all the way down to some booty head shoes and slides, baby.
And then where the white women at?
Oh,
Panda shirts and slides.
and let me just say the color selection that we have going on in this.
Yeah.
Oof.
Created by yours truly.
Look at that.
To my man, DJ Dirty Panda.
And my favorite is the sweater that had right here.
Yeah, the sweatshirt, yep. Oh, I got the booty head shoes upstairs. I will tell you right now. Gonna need some insoles in those bad boys. I don't like flat-footed, but they're great for hacky sack.
Oh, yeah, the Converse style.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I've since moved on from that because I used to use them for skateboarding and everything, but
Yeah, we ain't skateboarding no more.
my feet do not feel as good as they used to.
Yeah.
Guys, we'll be back next Friday to hang out with you. If you have any suggestions on what we should cover, please send us a message. Until then, stay moist and join us next time.
I'm probably going to be streaming Destiny 2. I just downloaded some of the expansions that I didn't have. I might be doing that with another buddy of mine, Dylan. And but yeah, we're going to try to kick that off this week, if not next week.
Yeah, come listen to the good, hilarious stuff they throw out. The
You
stuff
get to,
that comes out.
You get to see me rage.
Oh, it's just going to be so unregulated and just fun.
Yes.
But guys, we will catch you next time on Just the Tip, Friday, 12:30 next week.
Stay moist.
Stay moist.